welcome to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9, where every local story starts here. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. Well, a new wildlife area has been approved in Berea, and a plea has been entered in an arson case out of Jessamine County. But first, in our WBON TV Channel 9 lead story of the day, a school bus crash is being investigated in Garrard County. According to Lancaster police, a school bus and a car collided near the intersection of Lexington Street and West Maple Avenue. That was earlier this morning, where none of the students on the bus at that time, they were there, but no one was injured, as according to reports. At least one person, however, in the car did receive non-life-threatening injuries and was taken to a hospital. Those students who were uninjured were transported to school by another bus. We'll have more on that story as it becomes available. Well, because of the kindness of a late resident of Berea, Judy Hacker Kirby, Berea will soon enjoy a brand new passive park area. The Berea City Council recently unanimously approved a resolution recognizing the properties at 188 and 190 East Hayti Road, as well as the $300,000 set aside in a trust for property maintenance. Mayor Bruce Fraley said the city was informed of Kirby's bequest in October. The Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife Resources has approved the properties as wildlife habitat, and they will be included in the National Wildlife Federation's global network of small refuges. According to the conditions of the bequest, the site would be left as a wildlife reserve. That is all according to Mayor Fraley. Good news there for Berea. Well, a woman accused of setting fire to her own bakery in Nicholasville pled not guilty on Friday. CNC Bakery had its equipment stolen and its building burnt down in 2022. In September of 2022, authorities charged the owner, Lana Rowland, with second-degree arson in connection with that July fire. Rowland and her attorney have denied that she set the fire to her bakery in order to collect insurance payments. According to the Nicholasville police, Rowland is set to appear in court again in May. Well, last night, Lexington police responded to a shots fired call. The call came in just after 9:30 Sunday night. Antonio Taylor, according to police, allegedly fired shots outside of the North Broadway Speedway. Taylor was apprehended near the Speedway by Lexington police. According to the police report, no one was injured and no damage was reported to the business or other structures. Antonio has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment, receiving stolen property, as well as tampering with physical evidence. Well, the Wolfe County Search and Rescue has issued a statement on their Facebook page. Several people have made us aware of a situation involving a dog that is potentially trapped on a cliff in Johnson County. We have been in contact with the Regional Kentucky Emergency Management officials. Local authorities are currently working to locate and rescue the animal. As always, we stand ready if and when our services are needed. They follow up with that Facebook post and say, please do not attempt to rescue this animal on your own if you do find it, and go ahead and report that location to the agency. The Madison County Coroner's Office is looking for your help. The coroner needs help in locating the family of Stephen Gordon, age 49. Mr. Gordon had been staying in the Richmond area, and if you have any information, you're asked to please call the coroner's office. That's 859-624-4752. Again, that's Stephen Gordon, 49. He had been in the Richmond area. Well, the James B. Beam Institute is holding its annual conference at the University of Kentucky this week, bringing together leaders and workers from the bourbon industry. The first session took place this morning at UK's Gatton Student Center. Governor Andy Beshear joined distillers, farmers, and tourism professionals from across Kentucky and the country to kick off the 4th annual Bourbon Industry Conference hosted by the James B. Beam Institute. During the conference, Beshear praised his administration's success in developing the economy and workforce, claiming that the state's signature spirit has played a significant role in this. Beshear spoke about Bourbon's record-breaking year in terms of private sector investment, with over $2 billion invested in the industry. That created 700 new full-time jobs. The Bourbon Trail drew more visitors than ever before, and leaders from the $9 billion industry will gather to collaborate to make progress in their distilleries. Seth DeBolt, the Institute's director, also mentioned their operational distillery being built on campus, which will provide students with a new educational opportunity. The conference will last until Wednesday, and on Tuesday, conference attendees will hear Ryan Quarles, the state's agricultural commissioner and Republican candidate for governor. Well, Ricky Gilbert, 51, of London, was arrested by the Laurel County Sheriff's Office Deputy Stephen Walker on Friday following an investigation conducted by Deputy Walker. The arrest occurred on South Laurel Road, approximately 3 miles south of London. Gilbert misidentified himself on multiple occasions, which led to him being charged with providing false identifying information to an officer. Gilbert was also discovered to have several outstanding warrants. Gilbert was arrested on a Laurel District Court bench warrant for failure to appear in court on charges by theft by unlawful taking. He was also charged with violating a second Laurel District Court bench warrant. This was due to a failure to appear in court on charges of public intoxication, controlled substance, possession of a controlled substance. Gilbert was lodged in the Laurel County Detention Center. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more news. We've got the weather. It's going to get cold out there. And Michael Watkins is in with sports coming up right after this.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Roll Tribe.
Now is the perfect time to apply for seasonal positions with Richmond Parks and Rec. Positions include Adventure Falls manager and workers, Paradise Cove managers and workers for the front desk and concessions, summer camp director and workers, umpires and scorekeepers for the adult softball season, and seasonal maintenance. Positions are also available for lifeguarding. To apply for those positions, email hiring@bluegrasspools.com. For our other positions, visit richmond.ky.us or find Parks and Rec on social media at Richmond KY Parks.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
It's that time again. Time to pick your bracket in the Madness of March Bracket Challenge. Presented by 100.7 The Coyote, Bishop Small Engine Repair, and Bluegrass Marble and Granite of Richmond. It's free to play, and you could win up to $50,000. Plus, we're giving away a big 60-inch flat screen TV for the best bracket locally. To play, go to WCYOFM.com to pick your bracket.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. Very cool out there today, and it looks like it's going to get even cooler over the next couple of nights. We've got meteorologist Susie Martin in the Weather Center with all of those details.
Thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. We're tracking the potential for some snowflakes for tonight. Accumulations not anticipated, though, but some flurries will be possible. We do break into sunshine, though, for tomorrow and a warming trend. We've been feeling the chill with below average temperatures, something that will continue into tomorrow. Cold enough overnight to support, again, a few snowflakes across the region. Again, I'm not anticipating any accumulations, and we do dry things out and clear things out in terms of cloud cover, so sunshine will be very much in place for tomorrow, and it looks like a dry couple of days ahead with the minimal impacts in terms of hazardous weather. Snow accumulations, as you can see, lots of zeros here on the map, so really not too concerned with this being an issue. Friday's when things begin to change. We do have a gradual warming trend, but by Friday we're tracking this cold front that will be approaching the Ohio Valley and the Commonwealth, and this is going to set us up with rain concerns later this week. Also, we'll be going from warmer conditions to yet again colder weather in the wake of that cold front. So a little bit of a roller coaster ride this week with our temperatures. Now tonight we will drop well below freezing. We're yet again down into those mid-20s from Frenchburg into Irvine. We've got Berea 24 degrees. High temperatures tomorrow well below the average by over 15 degrees with high temps only in the 40s across the region. We do anticipate periods of sunshine, and as we break it down for you hourly here, you can see how we'll be pretty cold in the 20s through about the 10 a.m. hour. It's not until like noon that we start to finally pull out from the freezing zone, and we will be warming again, peaking to around 40-41 degrees across the region. But noticing how much warmer we get in the coming days, we'll be in the 60s by Thursday. Friday, though, that next front approaches, winds and showers will be anticipated, and we cool back down. For the weekend, it'll be chilly yet again. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Susie, and for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. You can check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, a Nicholasville hunting and fishing shop is accused of collecting raffle donations from patrons but failing to award prizes to winners. Whitehall Heaven Outfitters is now under investigation for unlawful raffles by the Kentucky Department of Charitable Game, Kentucky Fish and Wildlife, and also the Jessamine County Sheriff's Office. Whitetail Outfitters owners are charged with charging clients for a chance to win a prize in a raffle and then failing to award those prizes. According to the Sheriff's Office, the company reportedly promoted gambling by accepting thousands of dollars, a violation of Kentucky gaming law. If you've been a victim, you are asked to contact the Sheriff's Office. That phone number is 859-885-4139, or you can message them at tips@jessamine-sheriff.org. Well, human remains were found on Northern Kentucky University's campus on Sunday afternoon in a wooded area near the soccer stadium. According to the Northern Kentucky University Police Department, an individual who was on a campus for a soccer-related activity walked behind the stadium and discovered what looked to be decomposed human remains. NKU officials say the situation poses no danger to the campus, and the initial investigation does not suggest foul play. Friday evening, Lexington firefighters were called into action after reports of a fire on the 300 block of Blueberry Road. Battalion Chief Jason Walton says there is heavy damage to the ground floor of the residence. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Well, a Kentucky legislative panel heard a contentious education bill Monday morning. Senate Bill 5 is referred to as the Parental Rights Bill. SB 5 breezed through both the Senate committee and the full Senate and is now in the House. Supporters argue that it gives parents more rights in school matters and keeps inappropriate material out. According to the bill's sponsor, they want to address materials that are extremely offensive and that parents may find objectionable, and given the process to address that concern. Opponents argue that this simply is a way to prohibit books, particularly those dealing with the LGBTQ community. Well, according to the UK College of Agriculture, Kentucky residents should be on the lookout for the spotted lanternfly, which has been observed near the Kentucky border in Ohio and Indiana. According to Jonathan Larson, an entomologist assistant professor at the University of Kentucky, if the insect makes its way into Kentucky, it could have an impact on wine, apples, Christmas trees, hops, and the state's sizable forest industries. Larson stated if spotted lanternflies appear in Kentucky and remain relatively contained, experts may be able to eradicate the insects locally, preventing their spread and establishment. Be on the lookout for those lantern beetles. Well, Officer Friend with the Richmond Police Department is seeking help identifying the owner or operator of the truck shown here. This is in connection with a recent theft. If you have any information about this vehicle or if you see it, you are asked to please contact the office at 859-624-4776, or you can email Officer Friend at jfriend@richmond.ky.us, and you get a good look at that truck right there up on the screen now, and you can let Officer Friend know if you see that. Again, that's 624-4776 or jfriend@richmond.ky.us. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We haven't seen Michael Watkins in the sports desk for a while. He is in this week for Dawson Rule, and he's got all the details coming up next.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. Work trucks and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Man Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Truck Town, USA.
The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program works to protect our waterways from pollution and to help citizens with stormwater runoff and flooding. Stormwater is the rain and snow that runs off rooftops, roads, sidewalks, and other surfaces that cannot absorb water, which affects water quality. The City of Richmond Stormwater Management Program is dedicated to helping its citizens understand what stormwater is and its impacts on our watersheds and waterways. For more info, visit buildrichmondky.com and click on the Stormwater tab.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today.
With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 Northwest Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see ya.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON Channel 9. It's everyone's favorite time of the year, the madness that comes with March. Officially began last night with the brackets being announced for the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Tonight on the Sports Show, Michael and Samantha will break down their own brackets as part of the 100.7 The Coyote Bracket Challenge. And speaking of Michael, let's send it over to him with today's sports report.
That's right, Grin. I am back this week filling in for Dawson while he's down at the beach celebrating spring break. And the EKU men's basketball team now knows who it will face in the first round of the College Basketball Invitational. The Colonels received an 8 seed in the tournament and will face the number 9 seed Cleveland State on Sunday at 11 a.m. at the Ocean Center in Daytona Beach, Florida. Cleveland State is 21-13 this season and went 14-6 in the Horizon League. The Vikings advanced to the conference tournament finals as the number 3 seed before falling to Northern Kentucky. The Colonels have faced 3 other CBI participants this season, North Alabama, Radford, and Stetson, going 3-1 against those teams. The only other time EKU competed in the CBI was in 2010 when Eastern fell to the College of Charleston in the opening round by 3 points. It wasn't the only action we had for EKU sports over the weekend. After we found that out, the EKU baseball team won both ends of a doubleheader on Saturday to complete the weekend 3-game series sweep of Presbyterian College at Earl Stadium. EKU, now 7-9, won the first game 1-0 in 7 innings and took game 2 by a score of 5-3. 2 Colonels combined to shut out Presbyterian in the 7-inning game 1. Freshman Nathan Lawson earned his first career win after pitching 4 innings and allowing 1 hit, 2 walks, and striking out 2 in his first collegiate start. Fellow freshman Chase Alderman earned his first career save after tossing the final 3 innings, allowing 2 hits, 3 walks, and also striking out 2. The Colonels fell behind 2-0 in the top of the 2nd inning of Game 2. Then Chase Hughes started the inning with a home run, and Kyle Decker had an RBI single to right. The Colonels added an insurance run in the 8th inning when Ron Franklin Jr. drove in Chris with a single through the right side. EKU baseball team will return to action tomorrow for a matchup at longtime rival Morehead State. That game is scheduled to begin at 3 p.m. And over the weekend, Clark Lawson signed his letter of intent to attend Mars Hill University in Asheville, North Carolina. Clark has accepted a scholarship to join the weightlifting team at MHU and compete at the collegiate level. He will be graduating from Madison Central this spring and start college in the fall. Lawson is currently a coach at CrossFit Cygnus in Richmond. During his signing on Saturday, said he will be attending Mars Hill University to compete collegiately in Olympic weightlifting. He said, "I am a multi-year state champion and national champion runner-up, so I can't wait for this new challenge coming up at the collegiate level." Super blessed and grateful for the coaches at Mars Hill for giving me this opportunity and for my Cygnus family and Milo Strength family back in Tennessee for getting me to where I am today. And one last note for today, the games we had scheduled for tonight between the Madison Central and Madison Southern baseball and softball teams have been postponed. Both those games are going to air live on WBON TV, but now we will be going back to our regularly scheduled Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. The softball game has been rescheduled for Wednesday, and we will be there live for that one. Grin, I for one am at least glad they pushed back those games tonight because I can't imagine being out there in the cold trying to call a softball or baseball game. Now, before we send it back over to you, let's take our last commercial break here on the Newscast. We'll be right back here on your Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV.
WBON TV 9 is proud to be your source for local news, local weather, and local sports. At WBON TV 9, we pride ourselves on being the local leader when something happens in our area. Channel 9 reaches nearly 900,000 people with our over-the-air coverage. WBON TV 9 is also the #1 source you turn to locally for news on Facebook and WBONTV.com. Now you can enjoy all the local news, weather, and sports each weekday afternoon. Join us each weekday from 5 to 5:30 for the Live at 5 newscast. It's streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube channel, Roku channel, and our live player on WBONTV.com. And of course on Richmond's first TV channel. Available on Spectrum Channel 712, Urban Community Television, PRTC Cable, and Channel 9.1 over the air. WBON TV, where every local story starts here.
At Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, we value our patient relationships, making it our priority to deliver the gentle, compassionate care that you deserve from a dentist. We offer patients single-visit restoration on crowns, bridges, inlays, onlays, and veneers with CERAC. Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry is equipped to handle all your dental needs, from implants, teeth whitening, root canal therapy, and more. For your next dental appointment and for more details on lip filler and Dysport specials, call Jones Family and Cosmetic Dentistry at 859-985-0201.
Did I ever tell you about that time I zipped right past that dang Sasquatch?
I don't think so.
Yes, sir. I don't know how they ever got away if it wasn't for this brand new side-by-side I got at Gateway Cycles.
In Mount Sterling?
Yes, sir. They set me up with something that left old Sasquatch sneezing in my dust.
Jimbo!
Lord, I hear him coming back now.
That ain't no Sasquatch. That's Mama.
Get a great deal on Sasquatch eluders today. Gateway Cycles, Mount Sterling.
Since opening in 1972, Citizens Guarantee Bank has been there to help our customers enhance their lives and achieve their dreams. With 7 locations across Central and Eastern Kentucky today, we are celebrating 50 years of being there for the communities we call home. Citizens Guarantee Bank is now CG Bank. New name, same commitment to being there for our neighbors. CG Bank, we've been there for that. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At WBON TV 9, you can count on our weather team to keep you up to date with all the latest developments, watches, and warnings.
We're here for you night and day, 24/7, no matter what the weather brings.
WBON TV 9 and our media partner 100.7 The Coyote are dedicated to you. That's why we say when the weather turns extraordinary, so does our coverage.
Get your forecast each weekday during the Live at 5 newscast on WBON TV 9, where every local story starts here.
Welcome back. We've got a traffic alert. Motorists who use US 25 in Rockcastle County should expect delays for the rest of the month. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet crews began work this morning on US 25 in Rockcastle County. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet says the roadway will be reduced to 1 lane as crews perform bridge maintenance. Work will be performed at mile point 21.3 on the Roundstone Creek Bridge between Lonzo Road and Grace Loop Road. Temporary traffic signals will be in place on the north and the southbound approaches for the lane closure. According to the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet, work is expected to be completed by April the 10th, and that work duration may be adjusted for inclement weather or the unforeseeable delays. Well, thanks so much for joining us today on Live at 5. Don't forget, we've got the sports show coming up right here on Channel 9. That's at 6. There's going to be an update on the EKU postseason. Michael and Samantha are going to go through their brackets for the NCAA tournament. And also, there's going to be an update on softball. Go ahead and check them out at 6. Thanks for joining us today. Have a wonderful evening. I'll see you right back here tomorrow, Live at 5.